Hey there, have you ever typed something into an AI, hit enter, and then just stared at the screen thinking, what is this? You get something totally useless, maybe even a little weird. Well, if that sounds familiar, you're in exactly the right spot. We're going to get to the bottom of why that happens, and more importantly, how to stop it.
Okay, so before we jump in, just a quick heads up. This is part 6 of a much bigger, free 20-lesson tutorial. It's called Prompt Engineering Strategies, Getting the Results You Want While Protecting Privacy and Sensitive Information. And it's put together by Virtualization Options LLC. Today, we're really going to focus on the common slip-ups, the little mistakes that can derail your results when you're talking to an AI.
I mean, let's be real for a second. We've all been there, right? You ask the AI for something specific, and what you get back is, well, it's generic, it completely misses the point, it's just not what you needed. It happens to everyone, and it's super frustrating. But here's the thing, and this is actually great news. Most of the time, it's not the AI that's broken. Nope, it's the instructions we're giving it. And you know what that means? It means you are in the driver's seat. You have the power to change the outcome. So let's fix that, shall we?
All right, let's get into the heart of it. We're going to break down the 4 biggest culprits, the most common reasons your prompts are falling flat. You can think of these as the classic rookie mistakes that, honestly, almost everyone makes at the beginning.
So what are they? First up, there's ambiguity. That's the silent killer of good outputs. Then you've got overly broad requests, just asking for way too much at once. Third is missing context. The AI can't read your mind. And finally, there's not defining the format you want back. We're going to walk through each and every one of these. The easiest way to really get this stuff is to see it with your own eyes. So, we're going to do a little before and after. We'll look at some pretty bad prompts, and then I'll show you how just a couple of tweaks can turn them into absolute gold. Okay, take a look at this. The difference is just night and day. The first prompt, create training materials, that's like a bottomless pit. The AI has no idea what you want. But look at the after. It's so much better. We know who it's for, new sales hires. We know what it should cover, product stuff, CRM, sales pitches, and we even know the format. 3 modules, 20 to 30 minutes each. See, now you're going to get something you can actually work with. And here's another great one. Write a report. Wow, could that be any more vague? A report on what? For who? But check out the improvement. It's got all the missing pieces. We know it's an incident analysis report for a specific network outage. We've even laid out the table of contents for it. Root cause, timeline, impact, all that good stuff. And the secret sauce? The target audience is IT management. That one little detail tells the AI everything about the tone and focus it needs to take. So, getting your prompts right is a huge step, but there's another weird little quirk of AI that you absolutely need to know about. It's called hallucination. And yeah, it's as strange as it sounds. This is when the AI doesn't just get confused, it starts confidently inventing things out of thin air. Okay, so what exactly is a hallucination? Well, it's when an AI gives you information that sounds perfectly reasonable, totally confident, but it's just not true. It's completely made up. Now, here's the key thing to understand. The AI isn't lying to you. It's not trying to trick you. See, it's not a giant encyclopedia. It's a pattern matching machine. Its entire job is to predict the next logical word. And sometimes, the most logical sounding sentence is one that's factually wrong. And this is the kind of stuff you really have to watch out for. The AI might spit out some very specific sounding statistics or dates that are just plain wrong. It might even cite a research paper, complete with author and title, that literally does not exist. It could make up company policies or even invent features for your own product. And that right there is why you have to, and I mean have to, fact check anything important that an AI gives you. Don't ever just copy and paste without checking.
Okay, enough of me talking, it's your turn. We've gone over the theory, so now it's time to get your hands dirty, so to speak. I'm about to show you a pretty terrible but very realistic prompt. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to figure out how to make it better.
Ready? Here's the prompt. Create something for the sales team about the new features we're launching soon to help them sell better. Oof, you can almost feel the problems jumping off the screen, can't you? What is something? Which new features are we talking about? And what does sell better even mean in this context? It's a mess.
So here's what I want you to do. First, just identify what's wrong with it. What are the vague parts? Second, make a list of all the information that's missing. Like, what are the actual features? Who are the customers they're selling to? Should this be an email, a one-pager, a slide deck? And then for the final step, try to rewrite the whole thing into a prompt that would actually get you a useful result.
All right, as we start to wind down, if there's one key term to take away from all this, it's hallucination.
Just keep that word in the back of your mind. Always be a little skeptical of those answers that sound a bit too perfect, because they just might be.
And with that, we're pretty much at the end. But I want to leave you with a little something to chew on. Think about your own day-to-day work. What's one vague request you find yourself making all the time? Maybe it's to an AI, maybe it's just in an email to a coworker. Now think about how you could use what we just talked about to make that request incredibly specific. How could you guarantee a better result next time? Give that some thought. Thanks for joining me.